Bueno, bienvenidos a un nuevo directito y hoy estamos en un directo reaccionando, nada más y nada menos que al stream de Genshin Impact, así que vamos a estar viendo todo lo que anuncien para la versión 3.6. Lo que me sorprendió es que es muy corto el video. Eso quiere decir que, bienvenido. Ahí está, se escuchaba doble por el otro día. Quiere decir que miedo me da. Recuerden que yo tengo muy bajas expectativas sobre la versión que viene, debido a que no tenemos zona, no sabemos si viene zona nueva, esperemos, misión de Arconte. La que pasó ahora fue bastante tranquila, más allá de la misión de Arconte que estuvo muy buena. Después de la misión, lo que quedó de versión era en puro evento, ya no había zona nueva, con mucho la legendaria y la cita de Faruzan, la legendaria de Degia, pero era una versión tranqui, de puro evento. Entonces, esta, pues espero que si va a ser también tranquila, que mínimo haya misión de Arconte, algo extra, porque si no va a ser una versión bastante tranquila. Pero bueno. Hola Alcar, bienvenido al directo, ¿todo bien? Así que bueno, vamos a reaccionar. Hola Selvin, bienvenido. Vamos a empezar. Nada menos, vamos a ver qué onda, qué nos trae esta versión. Miedo me da.
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence.
The history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat. Dragon King?
We were victims of the apocalypse. We also became the apocalypse itself.
¡Ojo!
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
¡Dios! Nahida sale de vuelta.
Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them? Hey, wait!
Bueno, nuevo boss.
Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws.
Se viene Baisu.
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
Catalizador.
Feast your eyes! Watch and learn! Sight clear.
No puedo reconocer qué es. Está muy piola, pero no reconozco qué es.
The competition is heating up. Oh, and here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
¿Y esto? ¡Caramulcino! Al Partner of the Provincia. What?
Nice.
Whoa! Wow!
Ojo.
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar and welcome to
A
the
ver,
Genshin Impact
Misión
version
de Arconte va a haber y
3.6
parece que va a
special
estar buena.
program.
Parece
Wow,
que va a estar buena.
I didn't
Sale
expect we'd
Nahida de
appear right
vuelta.
after the trailer this time.
Tenemos.
I hope you all
Bueno,
enjoyed that.
y después,
Anyway,
lo poco
we've
que
got
vi
a
de Baisu y
jam-packed
Kaveh me
program
gustó
today,
mucho
and
los
we
dos.
even have more
Kaveh me
hosts
gustó
than
más de lo que
usual.
esperaba.
So why don't we go around and
No
take
sé
a
si te
moment
llega a
to introduce
saludar,
ourselves.
Megake. Hola, bienvenido.
Sure thing.
Y Fideo, bienvenido
Hey
al directo.
everybody,
¿Cómo andás?
it's so good to see you all again. I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell, the voice of Nahida. I'm so excited to finally be back and
Ojo.
share new content with all
Ojo
of
porque
you.
se viene.
Oh, well,
Tiene
if
una buena
it
misión.
isn't the renowned
Me dio
traveler.
curiosidad eso, lo que
Hello
estaban haciendo.
everyone,
¿Será
my
parte de
name
un
is
evento?
Angelica
¿Misión
Napanani
del
and I'm
evento
the
o
voice
algo?
of Dory. Thank you for always supporting the business
ver a
of Lord Sangama
Scaramouche,
Bay with your
a
shiny
Kaveh,
Mora.
a Sino
And
peleando
I'm
ahí
Sean
con
Dury, the voice
Faruzan.
of
Una piola.
Baiju from Boo Boo Pharmacy. Are you experiencing any discomfort? And how
todo
many
esto,
days have the
estoy
symptoms
almorzando porque
persisted?
llegué recién a trabajar, así que
I'm pretty good,
mientras que
thanks,
leemos un
doctor.
poco esto,
But
voy a
I
comer un
do
poco,
have
voy a
this
tomar un
problem where I am way too obsessed with my cute little chibi. Hello.
Aw, me too.
Anyway, I am sure a lot of our viewers have already seen our characters pop up in the game by now.
True, yeah, you've all been a part of the traveler's journey at some point or another.
That's right. And we'll be seeing everyone again to experience some new stories together in the upcoming version.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Me too.
Ya bueno.
You know, I think we're
En
ready
un
to jump
evento,
into
sé
some
que
upcoming content, like,
Genshin
you know,
no
I
es un
don't
juego que
know, one
puede
of our new
implementar el PvP
playable
por el
characters in
desbalance
version
que pueda haber.
3.6. Let me know if I'm saying this right. I think his
La
name is
gente ballena, gente con
Baiju?
constelaciones, gente equipada, gente que
Settle,
tuvo
Sean.
más tiempo, tiene más
Nice.
personajes como
I'm
yo.
sure everyone's waiting to see which
¿Entendés?
event wish the new characters
A
will be
menos que
appearing
metan un
in.
método de
So,
balanceo,
let's
pero
get
bueno,
to our
eso sería
first
mucho más
redemption code,
complicado.
and in the
No
meantime,
creo que lo hagan.
everyone will also be
Pero
able to
para un
check out
evento no
some
estaría mal.
details about the
Ahí
version
uno elige
3.6 event
cualquiera
wishes.
y a
Sounds
darnos un
good.
madrazo. Queda muy piola. Bueno, ¿tan así? ¿Tan así? ¿De primera? Ok, primera fase, el rerun de Nahida. Bien, se confirmó el rerun de Nahida. Bien. Nilou, ojo, Nilou. Nilou, ay niña. Ay niña. Ay niña, no. Y después viene... ¡Vamos! ¡Cabe con Maizu! ¡Vamos! No caí hasta que no lo vi, porque me podría haber dado cuenta si no estaba Cabe en el anterior, venía con Maizu. ¡Ojo! Vamos a poder tirarle a los dos. Ok, y tenemos toda la versión para tirar. Ojo, es el mejor escenario que tenía. Catalizador de 5 estrellas. Eso, Maizu al final entonces sí es catalizador. Me sorprendió. El tema que no vi... Bueno, ahora vamos a ver cuando nos expliquen de qué va. ¿Va a ser otro DPS? ¿Otro support? Digamos, tenía pinta de DPS.
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause
Vamos a ver.
and appreciate the wondrous scenery along
Así
the way.
rapidito, no me da tiempo a nada. Rapidito y cortito. No veo por qué dura poco el directo. El directo que parece más un video. ¡Está
Taking the time
viola!
for the better.
Buen escudo. Escudo dentro. Ok. Escudo dentro para el Hansen.
Okay, that snake was awesome. Also, its design totally popped up on Baiju's shield.
I like that.
Well, I'm afraid of snakes, but Chung Chung sounds so cute.
Yeah, me too. And also,
Pensé que iba a
random
invocar una
thought,
serpiente
but
a Orochimaru.
isn't Baiju the first male character
Si no
with
invoca una serpiente a
glasses?
lo-
Oh,
Orochimaru.
wow. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right. Personally, I love his voice. Think it's amazing. Also, you can't go wrong with purple
Not
pants.
biased at
You
all.
really can't. You know what? Okay, let's talk about Baiju. Baiju is a doctor at Boo Boo Pharmacy and is skilled at healing his patients. His abilities have helped Boo Boo Pharmacy make a reputation for itself in Liyue Harbor. But
Hicieron algo de healer,
most
pero
importantly,
no
Baiju
lo
is
vi
a
ahí.
gentle and refined physician, and his heart is dedicated to
Entre Lore sí
helping the
sabemos que
world. He
cura.
tends to anyone who comes to Boo Boo Pharmacy seeking medical attention, regardless of their wealth or status.
Ah.
Oh, I see. So he's that kind of doctor.
What kind did you think he was?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of thought he might be the type of doctor who does good things, but with his own nefarious plan. You know, like, I can save you.
But for a price.
I guess he just seems
Bueno,
kind of
pasó.
mysterious like that.
Saca el demonio que
Well, I
hay ahí.
give your imagination some credit, but sorry, he isn't quite the suspicious doctor like you imagined. In fact, he's actually a
Un doctor que ha
trusted
ganado la
physician
confianza
among
de
the
gente
people of
libre.
Liyue Harbor.
A
Everyone
él lo
prefers to go
conocemos ya.
see Dr. Baiju,
Porque quiero
no
saber
matter
su-
how serious the problem may be. But even though he works as a skilled physician, his own condition isn't so great.
I know
Well,
people
eso
say
no lo
that
sabía.
doctors are the worst patients. Is that the case for Baiju as well?
Well, Baiju's case is a little complicated, and I don't want to give away any spoilers. So, travelers will have to check him out
Ojo.
in-game to learn more about his story. So,
Me da curiosidad
zip,
saber
that's
qué
all you're
pasa.
hearing out of me.
Okay, well,
Está enfermo.
no matter what happens, I just hope that he'll be able to take care of himself.
Me too. But besides his health, Baiju also has some other troubles to worry about. For example, Director Hu will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral parlor. On top of that, poor little Chi-Chi is terrified of Hu Tao. So there are some days where Baiju really has his hands full.
Yeah, that does sound like something that Hu Tao would do.
As fate would have it, Baiju's master and the former director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor both studied together under the same master. But the two had differing views on the concepts of life and death and ended up going their separate ways. Their differences were passed down to their apprentices, which has led to Baizhu and Hu Tao's different views. In version 3.6, travelers will be able to play through Baiju's story quest to hear some of Baiju's inner thoughts and learn more about this caring doctor.
Interesting. I can't wait to check it out.
In his search for discovering new treatments and cures, Baizhu will often choose to test new medicines on himself. As you spend time with Baizhu in the field, you can make use of his knowledge of herbs and interact with certain harvestable items, which will heal your current active character.
So, since Baizhu is a doctor, I think it's pretty safe to say that most of his combat abilities are focused on healing, right?
Yep, that's right. Baiju's treatment in battle is usually performed in 2 steps. Step 1 is to control a wandering sprite that cruises through the enemies and restores HP to his teammates. Step 2 is to create a shield. When the shield refreshes, ends, or is broken, not only will it provide healing, but it will also deal dendro damage to enemies. Baizhu believes that even in a difficult spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are done properly, lives can always be saved.
Sweet. Looks like we'll be able to try out some new team compositions with him in mind.
For sure. Well, all right, I think that's all we have for Baizhu, so let's move on to our next playable character. I bet many travelers already know him well.
I'm glad you gave me a chance. I always think it takes people with similar tastes to sustain a pleasant conversation. Come at me!
Miralo, ni se gasta.
Breaking new ground!
Esta piola me hace recordar un poco al Hansen, ¿no? El spam de ataques. Cada vez sí tiene pinta que va a ser DPS.
Okay. Did you see him make dendro cores explode on command? That'll be useful for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the toolbox, he has some cool accessories. I am jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm loving those animations. Super cool.
Okay, so since Kaveh has some connections with Dory, I'll introduce him. Kaveh is an architect and has this keen sense for beauty and the arts that he's developed ever since he was a child. Not to brag or anything, but his magnum opus is the Palace of Alcazarzaray, which is crazy coincidence where Dory lives. And his designs not only provide the required functionality, but also greatly incorporate his own artistic taste, making them feel unique and noteworthy.
Well, he sounds like a genius, so he must be pretty successful.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't quite lead the life of success and carefree spending like you might imagine. It's actually kind of the opposite. He hardly has enough more to survive.
Okay, so he's broke. Interesting. Why is that?
Well, it kind of comes down to Kaveh's personality. He's a very perceptive person, so he has this sensitive and delicate side to his character. He also has a strong sense of empathy and can understand the emotions and thoughts of different people, which may actually be one of his sources of artistic inspiration. For example, when someone is trying to sell something to Kaveh, all they have to do is make up some story about how the proceeds go to helping poor children, and he'll practically hand over his mora. Like all of it.
Wow, what a nice but gullible guy.
Yeah. And on top of that, he doesn't limit himself with the cost of construction. And take the Palace of Alcazarzaray as an example. Maybe only a real maniac architect like him, who doesn't care about the costs, could ever build something as amazing as that. So you gotta respect him for that.
Yeah.
But it's probably these kinds of situations that have made him become roommates with Alhaitham.
But aren't Alhaitham and Kaveh polar opposites? We see them bicker all the time.
About what?
Well, Kaveh thinks that Alhaitham lacks feelings for others and always disagrees with his point of view. But like Anjali just said, Kaveh can understand how many people feel, but understanding doesn't always mean agreement.
Right. Yeah, I think we're starting to understand Kaveh's character a little better now. So next we can move on to some of his talents.
Yeah, for sure. As an architect, Kaveh can help everyone save some materials when creating furnishings, and his mapping abilities might come in handy during battle. As a unique and creative designer, Kaveh must always bring tools with him. His toolbox, named Marak, not only provides Kaveh with tools, but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's mapping ability allows him to scan the battlefield, causing all dendro cores within a certain AoE to burst immediately.
Nice.
In addition to that, when Marak completely releases its energy, it converts Kaveh's attack damage to dendro damage and increases Kaveh's combat capabilities.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about triggering all those dendro cores at the same time. Kaveh won't be hurt by them. In fact, one of Kaveh's talents actually causes him to recover a set amount of HP when he takes damage from a dendro core.
It's always good to have a reliable partner like that. Shang always gives Baizhu a lot of help too, you know.
Exactly, but Marak is pretty remarkable. It can even wield a sword for Kaveh.
That's a pretty awesome toolbox.
I know, right? Okay, so that should be just about everything we have for Kaveh.
How should I say this? I think his character has more depth than we expected.
Well, he is a distinguished architect from the Nation of Wisdom, so we shouldn't underestimate him.
Yeah, Kaveh will be appearing in the main event for version 3.6, so maybe we give some details about that next?
Oh, okay, I got this one. Our main event for version 3.6 is the Academia Extravaganza. In addition to the variety of celebrations, the event also serves as a chance for the 6 Darshans to compete. The extravaganza consists of 2 main parts, the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan Championship. In the Wisdom Gala, the 6 Darshans have prepared 6 corresponding activities to show off the style of each respective school. As for the Inter-Darshan Championship, each of the Darshans will be selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
Okay.
Great. So maybe we can talk about some gameplay that travelers can expect to see. It sounds like we'll be getting a total of 6 different game modes this time. That's a lot.
Yeah, each of the 6 Darshans will be compiling their research to provide fun mini-games for everyone to enjoy. For example, Layla's Rudawahis Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth. When travelers adjust the astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle, the stars on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern. Look, this time the pattern is a cute little fungus.
Aw, that does look like fun.
Nice.
Here's another one. The scholars from Kasharawar will have a game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture. Travelers will learn how to use the least possible materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited space.
Ooh, I'm already getting a lot of ideas for this one. Okay. It seems travelers will have a lot of freedom to try whatever arrangements they can think of to reach those goals.
Next is Vahumana. They're taking their booth pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers will use specialized equipment to detect relic replicas. Travelers will have to carefully observe the surrounding environment as they search, and even eliminate external interference affecting the detectors to find the relic replicas.
Oh, well, this is all very nice, but are there any games where we won't have to go running around as much? I'm lazy.
Yes, there's something for everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just relax and stay put while you listen to a story. But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Very mysterious.
Spontamod, on the other hand, is preparing a small combat experiment to put travelers' combat abilities to the test within a set amount of time. Of course, they'll kindly provide a variety of potions to help travelers overcome situations in the experiment.
Awesome.
Very cool. And last but not least is a little bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta Darshan. Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and command their movement according to a specific rhythm. And that should be everything we have for the Wisdom Gala. So which Darshan's events are you all most excited about?
Oh, you know, Spontamod, because that's what I'm all about. Combat and battle and victory and never losing, ever. Never
Confident,
die.
are we?
Wow. I like the star one. I like stars. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to listen to a story because I think that's about my speed.
Oh, I get that.
And let's not forget that in addition to the Wisdom Gala, we still have the Inter-Darshan Championship. This is a contest of wisdom and courage, and you won't want to miss seeing which Darshan is able to claim the title of champion.
Very cool. Oh, and there is one more thing to mention here. Layla's very own hangout quest will be arriving with version 3.6, so be sure not to miss it.
Okay, that's all.
Hey, we get to hang out with Layla.
Awesome. Excited to check it out.
Okay, and our next event will also be taking place in Sumeru. Waynude activity has suddenly been on the rise, and the academia is dispatching researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions, assemble the Waynude Slayer cannon, and repel the wandering Waynude.
The Waynude Slayer cannon, huh? Wow, yeah, that's quite the name.
As its name implies, it's very effective against Waynude. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help with the preparations so the cannon can start attacking. I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle the situation.
Oh, yeah. We also have one other event for travelers to continue improving their combat abilities. During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds. During each round, the system will randomly activate 1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals of time.
Oh, so I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
I guess not.
Yeah. If the buff you receive happens to synergize with your team composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge. I feel like it'll bring some fun surprises to the gameplay.
Yeah, totally. And these buff effects are all pretty powerful. The travelers should definitely try some different team combinations and see what synergies they can come up with. And also, the Overflowing Mastery event will be returning once again with double drops for a limited time to help travelers keep leveling up their characters.
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, there will be one more event taking place in an all-new area. So first, I think we should reveal the new area.
No, but before we do that, let's take a quick break and give another redemption code.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Oh, but one more note, we'll have some info regarding new artifact sets during the break, so be sure not to miss that.
Nuevo set. Espérate. Bueno, igual esto después lo voy a ver. Hidro. ¿Un set de hidro? IDHP. Ok, está en inglés. Me cuesta entenderlo, así que después lo tendré que buscar en español. Pero ok, que de hidro. Normal. Ataque normal, supongo, ¿no? Puede ser que al fin le voy a poner un set completo bueno a mi alcance. ¿Tartalia? ¿Me irá bien? No, pero ¿sabes qué? Ahora que me di cuenta. ¿Y dónde está mi aumento de mochila? Otro 2 sets nuevos. No voy a poder farmear, en serio. Necesito que me pongan sí o sí la mochila, si no es imposible que... Otro 2 sets nuevos. ¿Qué voy a hacer?
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we are back and ready to show an all-new area being added to the game.
That's right, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. This area is located deep in the desert, in the northwest of the desert of Hadramaveth. According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the Conria disaster 500 years ago, and the site of a battlefield where God suppressed the power of the abyss. Although it was originally desert, the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss, and it has become a large, uninhabited area of swamps and wastelands.
So, you're saying that we might be able to uncover some buried secrets about Conria there? On second thought, it kinda sounds like it might be dangerous.
Yeah. Luckily, we have some little helpers to assist us in our search. There will be a Pari named Sorush waiting for us that will lend us its abilities, allowing travelers to freely fly across parts of the area and access some locations that would be impossible on foot.
Wait, we'll be able to fly around now?
Yeah, this will be your chance to fulfill your dream, Zach.
Yes!
After helping Sorush recover its power, there will be a small event for travelers to help it continue its training. We will guide Sorush to drive away enemies, conduct speed training, and complete puzzles, so be sure to check it out. Travelers may also encounter a new enemy during their journey in version 3.6, the Iniquitous Baptist. Its abilities include using multiple elements in battle and creating shields for corresponding elements to reduce damage. It definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's not all. We have 2 more interesting enemies that travelers will encounter. The Anemo and Hydro Hilly-Churl rogues. These Hilly-Churls are wandering across Teyvat and do not belong to any particular Hilly-Churl tribe. Sometimes they assist other Hilly-Churls or tribes in need of help, and they also have a unique combat style.
Even though it seems this place is full of new dangers, that still won't stop the traveler from bringing new hope to the region. Some clues related to Conria are also waiting to be uncovered here, so it's definitely worth exploring. And last but not least, in version 3.6, the legendary Dragon of Verdure, Apep, will appear. The Dragon of Verdure was once an emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru, but its color later changed to that of yellow sand. Recently, it seems to be suffering from some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their way to the Dendro Dragon's habitat to face it in battle, so we must be very careful. The battle will be split into 3 phases. An interesting part to take note of is that in the second phase of the fight, travelers will need to protect the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Wait, what?
That's different.
Yes, and in the third phase, the Dendro Dragon will unleash some extremely powerful attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh yeah.
At this point, we don't know what the Dendro Dragon has been through and what exactly caused it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after we've faced it in battle.
Yeah.
The dragon has a close connection with Sumeru's history and gods. Going into its lair and determining what's causing its current condition is an important task and will be helpful to the entire nation of Sumeru. So, if you'd like to learn more about the Dendro Dragon, then be sure to check out Chapter 2 of Nahida's story quest.
Oh, for sure. I think there'll be a lot of interesting things for travelers to learn in this one, so be sure to look forward to it.
Absolutely. And that's about all we have for new content in the upcoming version. But before we wrap things up, we have an announcement regarding Genshin Impact's music. The second album for the Sumeru region, titled The Unfathomable Sand Dunes, will also be releasing soon.
Oh, nice!
Nice! I love the Sumeru region music.
This album is comprised of 3 discs, compiling all the original music that the HoYoMix team created for the Sumeru region, spanning versions 3.1 to 3.6.
Okay, this is super cool. I'm super excited.
Yeah. Be sure and pick that up.
I'm hyped.
Right, so let's watch a trailer of the new OST and give our final redemption code of the day.
Yo a Najida la llevo con el C de maestría, el sueño saurero. Todo bien, Reptil. ¿Vos todo bien? Y acá el último código. Como código, ahora si quieren los anotamos. Me parece que ya después no hay nada más. No, después se despiden. Un segundo que ahí los paso. Recuerden de cambiarlo, porque después, viste, no hay tiempo. Después no da mucho tiempo y mucha gente se queda sin cambiarlos. Pueden aprovechar ahora, aprovechenlo ahora o lo antes posible, siempre traten de cambiarlo. Ahora porque estoy acá, pero si no... Veamos.
Alright, so it seems like there's gonna be a lot to enjoy in the new version.
I know, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm looking forward to spending more time with Nahida in her new story quest chapter. And confronting the new Dendro Dragon.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Bueno,
I'm
la verdad es que para una versión que yo tenía pocas expectativas, como dije al principio, van a haber bastante cositas piola. Por ejemplo, bueno, todo lo que se ve en el primer tráiler, la nueva zona, o toda esta zona nueva, ¿dónde está? Toda esta zona que yo sigo preguntándome que esto es el centro de donde está el tornado. tiene pinta. O es una zona nueva. ¿Sí? Pero bueno, va a estar piola explorarlo. Todo lo que va a venir con la misión de. ¿Se llama? De Najida. Después los banners. Me sorprendió. Nilou. No me la esperaba Nilou. La verdad es que me había olvidado completamente de Nilou, pobre. A ver, si no fuera porque Baisu me interesa y me gusta y es el nuevo personaje. Y aparte ya viene con Cabe, así que tiro a él y saco los dos. Me hubiese gustado tener Nilou. Ya en su momento me jugué algunas protogemas, no salió. Acá podría hacer lo mismo, pero no me quiero quedar, no sé, sin proto para Baisu y tampoco quiero limitarme a tener nada de proto para la 3.6, 3.7. Voy a tener que skipearla más que seguro de vuelta a la pobre. Pero bueno, mi idea será más que mi idea es ir a por este banner, a estos dos. También está Ganyu. Yo la verdad que Ganyu es otro de los DPS críos que está bastante OP, así que a mí me gusta mucho. Bueno, ese. Lástima que ahora no la uso mucho por el Justin, ya sabe que justo el que es para cargar, tirar los cargados, lo tengo roto, entonces no la estoy usando mucho. Pero bueno, mi idea va a ser entonces ir por Baisu y Cabe. Obviamente, la verdad que, ¿cómo se llama? Bueno, también tenemos arma de 5 estrellas, ya saben que yo arma de 5 estrellas lo tiro. Pero la verdad es que a mí el combate de Baisu me gustó mucho, digamos. La piola como pelea. Me gusta, pero bueno. La idea más que seguro es usarlo, tirar el escudo, curarte cuando lo necesites y cambias. Básicamente. Pero Pero Cabe, por ejemplo, me llamó mucho la atención porque no me lo esperaba que iba a estar tan piola. Pero bueno, si me sale lo voy a subir para probarlo. No creo que lo suba al 90, como mucho lo suba al 80. Pero bueno, para utilizarlo un poco, es un personaje nuevo, es algo distinto y bueno, para tenerlo. Yo la verdad tengo energía de alcance, entonces ese es el tema. Pero bueno. Después los eventos. No hay muchos eventos. Bueno, lo que pasa es que el principal tiene muchas cosas. Entonces yo creo que el principal de esta versión... Uy, de esta versión va a durar mucho porque... ahí está. El evento principal va a tener cada uno de las escuelas va a tener minijuegos. Acá yo me la juego que es Scaramouche. Lo vimos en la cinemática de peleando todos contra todos. Entonces estoy seguro que debe ser Scaramouche. Y si no algún... No sé si algún personaje o que nos metan algún secundario de estos un NPC de típico, ¿no? Pero este tiene pinta que va a durar bastante. El tema es que después de este evento no tenemos más. Así que creo que va a ser una versión bastante escasa de protos. Eh, Después tenemos, bueno, las citas. Tenemos el evento este. Este también parte de los minijuegos, ¿era? Tenemos este evento. Tenemos este el de combate. Tenemos el por 2 de talentos. Set nuevo, dos set nuevos. Nada más. Así que de eventos venimos escasos. Va a ser creo que una versión escasa de Protogema. Así que con más razón para evitar hacer gastos demasiados porque no los voy a recuperar. Así que ahora más seguro voy a estar de... ¿Cómo se llama? De skipear a Nilou. Después, bueno, la misión de legendaria, que ni siquiera es Arconte, va a ser legendaria de Najida. Me interesa bastante. Esa va a ser mi apuesta. Y el boss nuevo. Los dos bosses nuevos me gustan. Tanto este, va a estar piola. Bueno, los diseños de los cosos los dije. Y este bossecito también me está piola. Están bastante piola. Me gusta que los bosses, dentro de todo, que están saliendo, a día de hoy nunca dije, este no me gustó. O no, este es horrible, o es muy pesado, la mecánica. Me gusta que dentro de todo se está manteniendo con los diseños de los bosses, mecánica. Se renueva, es algo distinto, no es algo repetido. Sacando, por ejemplo, los cubos o los que tienen varios elementos, ¿no? Los cubos sí, sabemos que cada vez que salía un cubo de un elemento, era un elemento, pero era lo mismo, digamos. Pero la verdad que está bastante piola. el diseño. Pero bueno, parece que va a ser una versión tranquila también. Va a ser una versión como esta. Vamos a tener un poquito más de exploración, parece. Vamos a tener misión legendaria, cita igual que en esta versión. Eventos, menos eventos vamos a tener. Así que va a ser una versión tranqui. Así que yo les aconsejo que piensen bien en qué van a gastar. No gasten mucho porque no lo van a recuperar. Menos que ahora si cargan gemas y esas cosas ya olvídese lo que estoy diciendo. Pero si son free to play, tengan en cuenta que parece que va a ser una versión bastante tranquila en cuanto a proto y en contenido. Así como esta. Como la que estamos ahora, que por ejemplo ahora yo no tengo mucho que hacer. Hoy si llego hacer directo de Genshin porque hoy a la tarde me voy a llevar a mi gato a que lo revisen. Si vuelvo temprano, haré directo. Tenemos el nuevo evento, que es este, el de las cocinas. Em, y vamos a seguir farmeando y preparando cositas. Eh, y también, ¿cómo se llama? En el caso que no, lo dejamos para el siguiente. Pero bueno, me queda este evento que nos queda de cocina y nada más. Tenemos hasta que te cambie la versión, no tenemos casi nada. Y el por 2 de línea ley es entrar, te toma 10 minutos el evento, hacer la resina, las diarias y te vas. Así que lo único que sí, estoy esperando que no sé cuándo se reinicia el abismo porque tengo pensado hacer el abismo con que ustedes me digan qué personaje usar. Vamos a hacer el abismo y en el chat me van a decir, yo voy a preguntar qué personaje vamos a utilizar y ustedes me van a ir poniendo usa tal, entonces elegimos a ese. Poco vamos a tratar de que tenga el equipo, pues sí, lógica, ¿no? No ponerme, no sé. Y también los que no tengo subido, voy a decir, hasta acá pueden elegir. A Amber que no la tengo subida, no. A Razor que no lo tengo subido, no. Tiene que ser mínimo que esté subido y equipado, que se pueda usar. Entonces ustedes me dirán, no sé, Ayaka. Entonces si es Ayaka, bueno, que tenga lógica con lo que le va a seguir. Más que sea cualquier hidro, cualquier otro crío, un anemo, ¿entendés? Pero que tenga la lógica el equipo. No me voy a poner, no sé, Ayaka y me pongo al Hansen y Coso, ¿entendés? Cosas que no vayan. Pero el chat me va a ir diciendo cada sala, cada, digamos, cada piso, qué equipo vamos armando. Eso lo vamos a hacer cuando se reinicie el abismo, que no sé cuándo. Hoy va a entrar para ver justamente eso. Que por la tarde confirmo cuándo lo hacemos y todo. Así que a ver qué andan diciendo. Eso dependerá de Najida. Yo más que seguro si lo uso con Al Hansen. Igual vamos a ver bien con quién es mejor compatible, pero saben que a mí me gusta más Al Hansen y lo uso bastante así. Son 3 códigos. Sí, son 3 códigos nada más. Hay poco evento en la 3.6. Sí, voy a subir a Ray y a Senge. Bien, bien, bien. Así que bueno, muchas gracias a los que estuvieron en el directo. Espero que les haya gustado mi reacción. Bueno, un poco ¿cómo te puedo decir? Eh, mi vista de lo que va a venir, mi opinión y de lo que puede llegar a venir en la versión, ¿no? Porque parece que va a ser bastante tranquila. Pero bueno. Vamos a aprovechar, así como hicimos en esta versión, disfrutar la misión de Arconte, que en este caso sería legendaria, y disfrutar lo que podamos. Y bueno, y cuando no haya nada más que hacer o esté tranquilo, entraremos lo justo y necesario como ahora. Así que muchas gracias a todos. Como siempre, si les gustó, dejen su like, comente qué les pareció, compartan que me ayudaría mucho. Suscríbanse si no están suscritos, activen la campanita para que les avise cuando suba un nuevo video, cuando haga un nuevo directo. En la descripción tiene el canal de Discord y mis redes sociales. Así, gente, nos vemos. Muchas gracias a todos. Espérate. Acá. Y chao, chao.